13 years ago, in the small town of Terrell, Iowa, in a gym, a little girl was introduced to what would soon become her favorite sport. Well, that little girl was me, and that sport was basketball. Oof, that's a little wonky. First, I'm going to start off by I'm going to talk about the fundamentals of basketball today. First, we'll talk about ball handling and why it's so important to basketball. Then we'll talk about shooting and why a good shot is important, because if you can't shoot, you can't score. If you can't score, you can't win. And then we'll talk about a defensive stance, and I might have you guys stand up and move around a little bit. Nothing too much, don't worry. So, to get started, ball handling. So first, I want you guys to pick up your balls, please. Thank you. Okay. So the most important thing about ball handling is that you handle the ball on your fingertips like this. Don't hold it like this. That's uncomfortable, right? And it just has a death grip and it doesn't work out. You need to hold the ball like this. Everybody comfortable holding the ball like that? Awesome. Okay, then you need to know where to hold it relative to your body. You don't want it up here or down here. That doesn't work out very well. You want it back here in what we call triple threat stance. This triple threat, you guys can either pass, shoot, or dribble. Now, triple threat's important because it goes into the next part of ball handling, which is dribbling. Now, if you can't dribble, you can't go anywhere. We're not like football players. We can't tuck and run. That doesn't work out very well. You get called for traveling, and that's a big no-no. So, you have to be able to dribble. And the most important thing about dribbling is just like ball handling, you have to dribble on your fingertips. So, like this. When you're dribbling on your fingertips, sorry, some of the balls are kind of flat. I wouldn't recommend dribbling. You dribble on your fingertips, and you can move it around, front to back, side to side, switch hands. It works a lot easier. Alright, so now that we got dribbling and ball handling down, we're going to talk about something else that's really important, but first, which is shooting. I'm going to show you guys a quick video. And as he's doing this, showing you hand positions and stuff on the ball, I want you to do it with him.
I'm Coach Roger. Today we're going to talk about how to properly shoot a basketball. We need to make sure we're in the proper shooting position. That hand's directly behind the ball, and the seams are horizontal. So, it looks like this. The other hand needs to be directly on the side of the ball. It's not forcing the ball one way or the other, it's just resting to stabilize the ball. Now it's important, once you have that proper position, as the ball comes up, you're looking over the top, and as the ball comes in front of your eyes, then you're picking up the basket underneath. And then you follow through with your fingers in the basket. Look, shoot, in.
Okay, so the most important thing he talked about in there was hand position. And that's important because you want to make sure that this hand, you realize you have a balance hand and a shooting hand. You can't shoot like that. That doesn't work out very well, and you're like passing to the basket and it's just going to bounce right back. You want to make sure you have a shooting hand like this one. If you're right-handed, it's your right hand. Left-handed, it's your left-handed. And then you want to have a balance hand, which should be your left hand if you're left-handed, right-handed if you're right-handed. So, or right hand if you're left-handed, my bad, sorry. And so, when you're shooting, there's also another important thing we talk about, and it's BEEF, which is an acronym for balance. You want to make sure you have good balance. Use this hand to make sure you have really good balance. Eyes, you want to watch where the ball's going, not where the ball is. If I'm shooting like this, I don't want to look at the ball. I want to look at where just over the edge of the hoop where the ball is going to be. And then the next thing is elbow. You want your elbow to be directly below the basketball. You don't want it to be out here. You want the basketball right there. Then the F is follow through. So this is follow through. When you're shooting and you do that, that's your follow through. So I want you guys to do. Can you do that? Beautiful. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Alright, so something you can do to practice your shooting is like lay down on the floor or on your bed or something and put the basketball above your forehead like this if you don't have a hoop around, and go like that and then catch it. So you just go like this and catch it, and then you can practice your backspin and your follow through pretty easily. Now if you have a basket, obviously it's a lot easier to practice shooting because you practice going like this and putting it in the basket, not just above your head. Okay, now we're going to talk about my favorite part of basketball because it doesn't involve any type of, it doesn't involve any type of the actual ball or any type of offense. It's defense. And Break Your Basketball says that the most important part of defense is good balance. So we're going to test your balance. I would like you guys to stand up, please. Okay, so first thing I need you to do is put your feet a little wider than shoulder width apart. Awesome, awesome. Okay, and then I need you guys to get low. Put your bottom down like this. Now get on the balls of your feet. You know if those all right? Yeah, okay. So get on the balls of your feet and put your hands up like this. Oh my goodness, you're all in a defensive stance. Look at that. That's crazy. Now we're gonna practice moving around. You're not off the hook yet. So put your bottom down again. Stay on the balls of your feet. And you don't, when you're moving around, you don't want to put your feet together because then you'll stand straight up like this and that doesn't work. You're gonna push off with one foot and scooch with the other. Perfect. This is beautiful. All right. So, you can all sit down now. That's the end of your guys' workout for the morning. So now remember, the most important thing, ball handling. The youth basketball website of USA Basketball says the most important thing about ball handling is that you handle it on your what? Fingertips. Thank you, Caroline. And then, when you're shooting, make sure to beef. Balance, eyes, elbow, follow through. And then, when you're in your defensive stance, make sure to stay low and stay on your toes. Now, according to very famous basketball coach and kind of a hothead, Bobby Knight, you don't play against your opponents, you play against the game of basketball. Thank you.